Welcome to Machine Solutions, where we explore the full journey of wood, from deep inside the forest to high-tech factory production, through powerful machines, real craftsmanship, and the modern logging industry in action. Our journey starts in the heart of the forest, where the work of wood production truly begins. Here, the Nisula 555C harvester head, mounted on a Volvo 145 with a Flex 14 undercarriage, takes center stage. For many seasoned operators and enthusiasts, this setup represents the perfect balance between strength, agility, and precision, qualities essential for responsible modern logging. As the machine enters the stand, you can immediately see how smoothly the Volvo 145 maneuvers across uneven terrain. Its Flex 14 undercarriage gives it a confident, stable footing, even on soft ground or slopes that would challenge less capable equipment. That stability is essential, because the work it performs demands accuracy down to the inch. At the end of the boom rests the Nisula 555C, a compact but incredibly capable harvester head. With a quick, firm grip, the head locks onto each tree. The saw fires with a clean, controlled cut, and the tree is brought down exactly where the operator intends. For landowners and forestry companies alike, this kind of precision is not only quick, it reduces waste, increases safety, and protects the surrounding trees and forest floor. Once the tree is felled, the 555C immediately begins delimbing. The feed rollers smoothly pull the trunk through the head, while the delimbing knives strip away branches in a single continuous flow. Each log is measured accurately, cut to length, and neatly placed into piles ready for skidding. Every motion of the operator contributes to efficiency, allowing the machine to work hour after hour with minimal downtime. For those who have worked in the woods or simply appreciate good engineering, watching this combination of Volvo's strength and Nisula intelligence is deeply satisfying. It's the perfect start to our journey, an example of how modern machines have transformed logging into exact, reliable, and environmentally conscious work. With the trees processed and cut to length, the next stage of the journey begins, moving the timber from the forest floor to the landing site. For this job, the LKT-81 skidder steps in, an iconic and proven workhorse recognized throughout Europe's rugged forestry regions. The LKT-81 is built to withstand demanding terrain. Its design is compact but extremely powerful, ideal for navigating tight spaces between standing trees while pulling heavy loads of timber. In this scene, you'll notice the operator controlling a 20 cubic meter grapple load, a serious volume of wood for a machine of this size. The winch and grapple system on the LKT-81 is engineered for efficiency. Logs that were neatly processed earlier are quickly gathered, clamped securely, and lifted off the forest floor. Once the bundle is ready, the machine begins its slow, steady pull toward the collection area. This phase of the operation is crucial. It connects the harvesting work done earlier with the transport logistics that follow. Even viewers who have never operated forest machinery can appreciate the power in each movement. The skidder's four-wheel drive digs into the ground with confidence. Heavy-duty tires grip roots and rocks without hesitation. The operator maintains full control, avoiding damage to the soil and remaining trees, an essential part of sustainable forestry practices. Transporting timber may not look as dramatic as cutting it, but it is just as vital. Without efficient skidding, mills would suffer delays, production would slow, and costs would rise. Machines like the LKT-81 ensure that logs arrive quickly and safely at the landing, where trucks and loaders take over. This step is where the raw material truly begins its transition from forest resource to industrial product. The LKT-81 shows us the unbroken chain between harvesting and processing, a link powered by rugged equipment and skilled hands that understand the woods. Once the timber reaches the landing area, the workflow shifts into a new phase, preparing the logs for transport to the sawmill. In this segment, we move from skidding power to precision loading, featuring the Stepa FH10 crane paired with a TKZ 6081 trailer and the dependable Same Vertus 100 tractor. For many farmers, foresters, and land managers, this combination represents one of the most flexible and cost-effective setups for moving large volumes of wood. The Same Vertus 100 tractor delivers reliable traction and fuel-efficient power, making it ideal for both forest tracks and longer trips on rural roads. But the real magic happens at the back of the machine. Mounted on the TKZ 6081 trailer is the Stepa FH10, a lightweight but exceptionally strong loader crane. Its movements are smooth and controlled, demonstrating the decades of engineering refinement behind Stepa equipment. The operator uses the crane to pick up individual logs or bunches with precise, fluid motions. Every rotation, every lift, every extension of the boom is calculated to keep the load stable and balanced. From an industry perspective, this stage is often overlooked, but it is essential for maintaining efficiency. Proper stacking ensures that the trailer carries maximum weight safely. It reduces the number of trips needed and prevents shifting loads, which can be dangerous on winding or uneven roads. For anyone who has hauled wood before, you'll recognize the care taken to place each log neatly, maintaining a tight and stable bundle. The Stepa crane excels in both speed and finesse. Its hydraulic system provides enough power to lift heavy, freshly cut logs while still allowing delicate adjustments. You'll notice how the operator positions each log with respect to length, diameter, and weight distribution. Small decisions that add up to major improvements in transport efficiency. Once the trailer is fully loaded, the same Virtus 100 is ready to carry the timber out of the forest and toward its next destination. This marks an important transition point in our journey. The wood is officially moved from the harvesting and collection phase into the logistics chain that feeds modern sawmills. As the loaded tractor-trailer pulls away, we leave behind the forest environment and head toward the industrial side of wood production. From here, the story shifts from natural resource extraction to high-precision processing, where technology, automation, and engineering truly. After the long trip from the forest, the logs finally arrive at a modern wood processing facility, where raw timber becomes valuable lumber through a combination of advanced sensors, automated machinery, and skilled technicians. This segment takes us inside a high-production Mebor sawing line, showcasing one of the most efficient systems used in today's wood industry. The moment the logs enter the yard, the transformation process begins. The first stop is the log sorting area. Here, logs are measured, scanned, and categorized according to diameter, length, and quality. Automated systems use laser scanning technology to determine the optimal way to process each piece. This step is invisible to most consumers, but it is critical for maximizing yield, reducing waste, and increasing the value extracted from each log. From the yard, the logs are brought onto the infeed deck of the Mebor sawing line. This is where the factory's true power becomes evident. Logs move forward in a controlled sequence, while advanced scanners map their shape in real time. The computer calculates the best cutting pattern for each log, choosing the thickness and number of boards to produce based on both the log's characteristics and the factory's production goals. Watching a Mebor line in motion is like watching an orchestra of machinery. Conveyors synchronize perfectly. Hydraulic clamps hold the timber securely. Blades adjust their position automatically. Every action is timed to keep production continuous and efficient. the primary breakdown saw takes the first cuts, splitting logs into cants and slabs. From there, material flows to secondary saws for further refinement. Each station works at high speed, guided by data from the initial scan. Instead of relying solely on operator judgment, as mills often did decades ago, today's systems use precise digital models to ensure that every millimeter of wood is used wisely. One detail that experienced viewers may appreciate is the dust and chip extraction system. Modern factories keep the workspace clean by pulling sawdust away immediately, improving visibility, reducing wear on equipment, and creating byproducts that can later be used for pellets, paper, or energy production. As the boards exit the sawing line, they undergo automatic sorting. Thickness, width, and grade are checked using sensors. Boards are separated into categories and directed to stacking lines or further processing areas. This automated sorting dramatically reduces labor requirements and increases consistency, important for large volume customers like furniture manufacturers, flooring companies, and construction suppliers. Another highlight of this Mebor line is its startup sequence. Before full production begins, technicians run various diagnostics: blade speed, hydraulic pressures, conveyor timing, and scanner calibration. The startup process ensures that the entire system is synchronized and ready for uninterrupted operation. For older viewers who remember the days of manually pushing logs through saws, this factory represents the incredible evolution of the industry. What once required dozens of workers and involved significant risk is now handled by integrated machines working faster, safer, and with better results. This segment illustrates the destination of every tree felled, skidded, and hauled through the earlier stages of our video. It is the final industrial step in turning raw, natural materials from the forest into refined, valuable products that support construction, transportation, furniture, and countless everyday uses. And so our journey comes full circle, from the quiet forest floor to the precision of the modern factory. Every log, every machine, every skilled hand plays a part in bringing wood to life. We hope this look into today's logging and processing world has given you a deeper appreciation for the craftsmanship and technology behind the industry. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more from Machine Solutions.